Hi, I'm Charles Wilson. I'm the co-chair of the baseball and softball program under the Willie Hutch Foundation. And it is our privilege today to announce the induction or the designation and of affiliation of the Willie Hutch Foundation with Major League Baseball and its Major League Baseball Reviving Baseball in the Inner City program, the MLB RBI program. We have a number of people here, and we have the honor of our mayor here. Let me turn this microphone over to our chairman, Mr. Leroy Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. This is one of the most exciting days in our program. And our program has been around for 37 years. I think that when we developed it 37 years ago, we didn't think anything like this might happen, but it is happening. I'm not going to talk a lot about what it means, but it means a lot to the inner city. It means a lot to the city of Buffalo. It means a lot to Western New York. And I'd like to thank all of our partners who have gotten us to this point, Canisius College, City of Buffalo, Community Foundation, Ralph Wilson, and especially our staff who has worked tirelessly to do this. But I want to give special acknowledgement to two people who have really been behind this, and that's first the namesake of this program, which is Willie Hutch, because Willie really does all the work, and it was his vision from the very beginning, and the vision of baseball being a part of it actually came about from one of my childhood friends, which is the person who introduced us all, and that's Charles Wilson. Charles, with his hard work, dedication, and passion for baseball, brought the program to us, and from there, Willie Hutch Jones got involved, and then our program got involved, and then all the other participants around the city and Western New York got involved, and here we are today. So really, I'm going to bring Hutch up to say some words, and we're going to kind of keep it short so that we can get the main speakers in, which are the representatives from Major League Baseball and some of the other participants who are going to give their view and participation in the program. Willie?
Thank you, Roy. Thank you. I was standing here and I was thinking it was almost about a year ago that I was in front of the same podium in the same place, and we said that we wanted to make certain things happen and come true. And it's about that time. So now we're halfway there. We're not there all the way. We got a great alliance with a lot of people. We thank the major leagues, and we thank our sponsors. I thank all the members of Team Hutch who, are with me every day. And I get on their nerves because I'm always calling them and texting them saying that we got to get stuff done. But it's a team, and they understand what kind of coach I am. But the whole thing is we're only about halfway there. Now we want to be able to fill this facility and other facilities with young people who then will have the opportunity to get skills and social things also to help them to grow and develop. And it will keep them from being off the news because somebody got hurt or shot or something like that. We want to give those people positive things to do to occupy their times. And that's what it's about. And that's what we're about with this. So thank you very much. I'm not here to talk today. I'll talk later. Bye.
Thank you very much. I want to say it's an honor to have Mayor Byron Brown here. I just want to say that. And I'm not going to embellish it because I will. Mayor Brown.
Thank you very much, Charlie Wilson. This is a great day in the city of Buffalo, particularly for the youth in the city of Buffalo. I want to thank Major League Baseball for their support and their investment in the children of Buffalo, designating Willie Hutch Jones Educational and Sports Program as a member of the Reviving Baseball and Softball in Inner Cities program. So, yes, this will give young people in the inner city of Buffalo the opportunity to learn the game of baseball. Some will go on to star in college. Some might go into the major leagues in baseball. But more importantly than that, all of the young people that participate in this program will get mentored. They will be supported. They will be encouraged. They will be focused on academic enrichment, and this will make a major difference in the lives of our children. I just want to recognize Deputy Mayor Dr. Ellen Grant, who is here, who works on city educational issues. Yes, you can give her a round of applause. But most importantly, I want to thank Willie Hutch Jones. I want to thank Leroy Johnson. I want to thank Charles Wilson and the board of the Willie Hutch Jones program for everything that they have done for almost 40 years for the children in Buffalo and Western New York. It's been incredible, the work that they have done, the lives that they have touched. And I can think of no better organization in our city, no better person in our city than Willie Hutch Jones and the board of this great organization. We all know Hutch as someone who starred in basketball in college and was a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. But since he has been back in Buffalo for almost 40 years, every single day he has given back to the children of this community. And I am so pleased and proud that work by Willie Hutch Jones and the board of this organization has been recognized by Major League Baseball. I want to thank David James, Major League Baseball Vice President of Baseball and Softball Development, who is here, Steve Smagogi, Major League Senior Coordinator for Baseball and Softball Development. Steve, get me later, because I know I butchered your last name, but we are appreciative to have you here and your support. I also want to recognize and thank Mike Buchkowski, the president of Rich Baseball Operations, the president of the Buffalo Bisons, for the tremendous job that he does, not only managing that great organization, but giving back to the community and supporting youth sports organizations. Buffalo's got a proud history and tradition in baseball. Right now, we have renewed that love affair with baseball, with the Toronto Blue Jays playing here in the city of Buffalo at Salem Field. So this is a great day. This is an important day, and a day that will make a difference in the lives of so many young people in our community. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor Brown. I'd like to hit key points. The opportunity to change the lives of children in this community is hinged. It's a companion part of this education and trust program that the Willie Hutch Jones Foundation has put together over a 40-year window. So much so that Canisius College President John Hurley is here, and and Canisius College and the institution has agreed to participate with us as a partner in this program. Mr. Hurley, President Hurley.
Thank you. This is great to be here. And, we have been so impressed with the work that Willie Hutch Jones and all of the people associated with that foundation have done over the years. We call him now Dr. Jones because we gave him an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree a couple of years ago in recognition of this tremendous work. So he was I think the tallest doctoral candidate we ever had at Canisius College. That year, we also gave Sister Mary Jonas an honorary degree, and one of the great pictures I have is Willie and Sister Mary Jonas at about 4'11" in their robes, standing next to one another. But, when Willie has called on Canisius to participate and to make facilities available and to be involved in changing the lives of young people, we always say yes. And we try to work it into the schedule. The Kessler Athletic Center and the Dembski Sports Complex are busy places, but we said, yes, let's do this. Let's be a partner. And it's an easy ask because we've seen the great work that he's done. We know what it means. And we heard, because of our years of running the National Summer Youth Program at Canisius, and so many people got connected with the college. The more people we get on our campus and can see what a great place it is, the better it is for everyone. So we're happy to be a partner in this. We're thrilled with this announcement from Major League Baseball, and we congratulate Willie and all involved in the effort.
Thank you, President Hurley. I grew up in the shadow of Offerman Stadium. I was going to say 71 years ago, but not quite 71. But all of that time, the Bisons have been a part of my life, and it's been a critical part of baseball. And this program goes forward with the help and assistance of the Buffalo Bisons that I'd like to call on their president of Rich Baseball Operations, Mike Wiskowski.
Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here, and it is a great day for baseball, for our youth. I can't help thinking about when I'm here, this was the place that was the home of the Bisons for so long. And this field, it was revived a couple of years ago with the help of Bob and Mindy Rich to reinvest and make the improvements that are needed. And now we have great partners coming in, Major League Baseball and their RBI program, which has done unbelievable work in 200 plus cities. And for them to select Buffalo and help revive baseball in the inner cities is just, there couldn't be better news to be announced today. So congratulations. Thank you to Major League Baseball. Congratulations, Willie. You know that the Bisons will continue to support youth baseball and high school baseball, and hopefully we'll have an RBI graduate one day playing at Salem Field for the Bisons on his or her way up to play in the big leagues. And I know this facility is going to be the start, but it's also going to expand throughout the city, throughout Western New York. And I would love nothing better than to drive by baseball fields and see kids back on these fields playing baseball, playing the game that so many of us love. So thank you for including us, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Thank you, Michael. One thing about any activity, any event that impacts millions of people is the fact that somebody's got to be the town crier. That goes back to the old days, old England. That has evolved into what we call communications and public relations. And one of the best people at it, and a member of our board, is Mr. Michael J. Bolani. And I'd like to have Mike come up right now and say a few words. Mike.
Thank you very much, Charlie. It was last fall when we were at this same location, as Hutch pointed out, and we announced at that point the cover of our book, The Seasons of Buffalo Baseball. And at the time, we said that we wanted to do something with a portion of the proceeds, and we wanted those to fund the equipment for a baseball, softball, soccer, and mentoring program. And after all these months, it's going to happen. And it's going to start here on July 19th, right at the Wiley Pavilion. Hutch is handling all the sports, and Cedric Holloway, who's the executive director of this facility and of Omega Mentoring, is going to handle the mentoring. So not only are the kids in the community and throughout the city going to get great skill training in baseball, softball, and soccer and the other sports, but they're going to receive life lesson mentoring during those same programs. I'm ecstatic to have Major League Baseball back again. Back when Booch and I were with the Bisons when we moved downtown, we had the precursor to RBI, the Rookie League here, which was a great success. But now we have the RBI program that is just going to take it to a newer level. So, gentlemen, we have for you to take home a Buffalo Strong shirt to remember our great city by. Thank you very much.
Personally and professionally, I don't think there's a better town crier than Mike Bolani. I really don't. I really don't. I got to say that. Key thing, the reviving baseball and softball in the inner city. That's a key part of this program. Do not for a minute think that it is a singular baseball process. Softball and the women who play softball, the girls who play softball are critical to this program. Without that, we don't have a complete and total incorporation of everybody that's involved and lives in this city and in this region. And this region extends to the north towns, our folks in the north towns, and our folks in East Aurora and the south towns. Having said all that, let me introduce Miss Ivana Hawkins, who's our softball coach and softball leader for the Willie Hutch Jones Sports Program.
Thank you, and I'll just say it's Yanava again, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. So I know I only have a couple minutes, so I just want to say that one, I'm excited that softball is even in the conversation, especially the advancement of softball right now. So I played for City Honors softball, graduated in 2012. And now I'm back and helping assistant coach City Honors softball. And recently, this season in particular, we only had 8 games. And prior to this year, we actually went out of the city league and we started playing more suburban teams. And I don't want to say we started to play real softball, but I will say we were able to play more competitive softball in those leagues. This year, we had to come back and play in the city league. And unfortunately, we had to have 3 of our games forfeit because the team said they don't want to play City Honors because we're too good. Or they don't want to play City Honors because it's not fun. And I have 2 issues with that. One, as a coach, to let your team quit, and be okay of not showing up, that's not okay. And 2, for the girls, it's an opportunity for them to learn how to play. You're not going to get better unless you play more competitive teams. And so I'm so happy that now we have the opportunity to change that and flip the script and have an opportunity for our girls to play competitive softball, to know that you might win, you might lose, but either way you're going to learn and you're going to train and you're going to be better. And so I want to, with the Willie Hutch Jones program, I want to build athletes. That's mentally, that's with the mentorship, that's nutrition, that's emotionally. A lot of people say half the game is mental, especially softball. So I really want to build athletes from the ground up, develop athletes, build strong women that are here, that are not afraid to get dirty, that are not afraid to break their nails. Like, let's do this, let's play softball. So again, I'm excited to be here. I want to train these girls, develop young women into young athletes, and hopefully go into college, go into the Olympics, whatever they want to do. I want to be there to help them get to that level. So again, thank you for this opportunity, and let's build some strong softball players.
Thank you, Yanava. Did I get it right?
Just say Navi.
Navi. Navi. I think the thing that is most critical when we begin to talk about baseball and softball, it is probably the only sport that requires you be mentally prepared every 3 seconds for any changes that could occur. There's a mental discipline that's involved in baseball and softball that the Hutch Jones Foundation believes is readily transferable to the classroom. What that means that we can get better educational performance, better stats, better understanding, better future architects, teachers, lawyers, doctors can come out of the Buffalo Public School institutions. And this is one of those component parts that we believe will be helpful in delivering that. Having said that, let me introduce to you Steve Smigaki, who is the National Senior Coordinator for Baseball and Softball, and a big reason why we're standing here today. Stephen.
Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, on behalf of Major League Baseball and the Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities program, we are very excited to be in Buffalo. We are very excited to be working with the Hutch Jones Foundation, the Boys and Girls Clubs in North Towns, as well as East Aurora, and really giving kids in Buffalo the opportunity to play baseball and softball, and more importantly, those that may have never thought about that before. So, like I said, we're excited to be here. We're excited to continue these conversations and really build on this initial start of the program.
Thank you, Stephen. In every endeavor, every organizational component, there are people who work hard to make things happen. Those are the people, the grinders, the day in, day out folk. The people who are there when the lights go off on the streets, they're there late at night putting the work in. Stephen is that man. There's also a policy guy that makes the whole thing happen at the highest levels of corporate activity. And we're fortunate to be able to work through, and alongside of Mr. David L. James, who is the Vice President, let me repeat that, Vice President of Major League Baseball and Softball Development for the Major League Baseball of the United States. And please, welcome David James.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have the pleasure of bringing greetings from the Commissioner of Baseball, Rob Manford. We are so excited to be here in Buffalo, and Willie and your team and everyone here. We've been impressed since the moment that we got on site here in Buffalo, and we're really, really excited to work with you to provide baseball, softball opportunities to youth in Buffalo and the greater area. Steve mentioned our longstanding relationship with Boys and Girls Club of America. Also, this year is the 25th year of Major League Baseball's support of Boys and Girls Club. I also expect that we'll have that long-lasting relationship with Willie and his foundation. It's been very interesting for our department, baseball, softball development. Pre-COVID, we would be on the road 35, 40 days in a row in locations across the country, doing events, running RBI tournaments, helping leagues get up and running and making sure that they're playing. And then over the last year and a half, we weren't out on the fields. Kids weren't out on the field. So we are so excited to be back out traveling, doing this, making sure that we facilitate opportunities to play. And we fully expect that we'll be here for the long haul. So thank you for having us. We're looking forward to working with you. And congratulations and best of luck. Thank you.
And so thank you folks very much for attending. Baseball is a team sport. Mike just, again, the town crier was right on this job, wasn't he? Any questions from this audience or anyone?
Can you just kind of go over some of the details of what the improvements will be and kind of how all that will be?
Willie?
Well, first of all, our program will be a developmental type of a program here in the Buffalo, New York area. So we'll be getting help with trainers, resources there, equipment, field development down the road. Then we maybe even get into like facilities, new facilities and so forth. But right now, because of us being a pilot, almost beginning type of a program, those are the things. Just within the last couple of days, I've received maybe 3 or 4 different phone numbers, contacts from David over here, and these are people who will be able to help us get down the road. People who've been in our position maybe a year or so ago, things like that. People who can give us discounts on equipment, all those kind of things. So the resource part is big. The networking of people around the country that he's introducing me to is tremendous. Thank you.
And so, now first of all, props for including softball. I have 2 daughters that play softball. It's tough to find a passion for softball. But just in general, how does somebody like me get their kids involved? What's the website, the information, all that?
Gotcha. And I noticed how you were shaking your head back there in the back when Navi was talking about softball. It's very important because, again, women are, they're coming to where they should have been before. Okay, but to make the point real clear, WHJESP.org. WHJESP.org is our website. If you don't have those computer skills, which some people don't have these days, 716-715-4980. 716-715-4980. And that's how you can reach us directly.
And is there age limits, skill limits?
Age limits, skill limits, yes there is, because we're not a daycare. Okay, so we start off basically at 6, even though Jorge will take anybody who can kick a ball in soccer, but we try to tell him that just from 6 to 16. Some of the people such as my son over there and some other people in the crowd, they've been through our programs and now they become advisors, directors, and so forth in our program. So it's a continuation. It's legacy being built, sustainability, and all those types of things. But again, WHJSC.org, or if you're driving up and down these streets, you see these big purple and gold signs all around here, just stop and put it down in about 2 or 3 different languages. So go with the number, hit us up, we'll get your kids into it, okay?
And it starts this summer?
Yes, it does.
Is there a tryout process?
A tryout practice? No, we're not doing people just walking up this year because of the COVID factor. We want to get registered data on them so that, again, they have to go to our website and get it there.
Okay, now the press release says that it serves as a feeder program for ages 13 and 18 baseball. What is that for folks who aren't familiar with feeder programs?
David, you want to speak about feeders? Thank you.
Yes, as mentioned, nationally, the RBI program, we provide programming ages 5 to 18. From a competitive standpoint, we only run tournament play in the older age groups, which is 13 to 18. The baseball and softball development department at Major League Baseball has two sides of the house, the grassroots side and the development side. So Steve and I work primarily on the grassroots side, introducing kids, communities to baseball and softball play. But as part of that process, for kids that are identified in a particular league that have the ability to secure a college scholarship, then there's other opportunities where leagues can recommend kids for some of our development events that we have annually throughout the summer, so that they have an opportunity to show their skills and not necessarily have to go through the process that's sort of dominating the youth landscape right now, the pay-for-play development model. And we want to make sure that the kids in the communities that we serve, that they have access to those development opportunities without having to tie a cost to that.
So it kind of puts them at a competitive level.
That's correct. Yep, absolutely. And, you know, being in this market and the support of the Bisons, you know, we've made pretty phenomenal advancements with major league clubs, minor league clubs, and so this new partnership between Major League Baseball and minor league baseball, we're really excited to see how that helps grow the impact here in Buffalo.
And a question about Hutch's programs. Christina Apt and Lisa Nepier will have a release out immediately after this, and it'll include the dates when the programs start, and it's much more than just those three sports. He has a number of other sports, so that'll be in the release that you'll all receive. Thank you.
Mike, thanks, Mike. I'm about to close. I'm closing, okay? I'm about to close right here. But I would be remiss if I didn't do two things. Anytime you make a change or an addition to the city, this city particularly, it requires the involvement of a lot of people. A lot of people. We got the national support of Major League Baseball, but locally, we've got the Community Foundation of Greater Buffalo has been a big supporter as a participant. The Ralph Wilson Foundation is a participant. And I cannot say, and again, I must say this, you have to have the city of Buffalo involved. So again, thank you, Mayor Brown. Thank you for putting the city as a part of this program. That means every one of us, as well as the north towns and the south towns, combining with the city to bring forth a heck of a program for Major League Baseball, RBI, reviving baseball in the inner city, baseball and softball in the inner city. I'm going to thank you with that, and with that I'm closing. Have a good day.